Hello, everyone. Welcome back for another video. I hope everyone's having a great day. Before watching the video, please subscribe and like it. Family embraces Chase Chrisley's new girlfriend, Lindsay Merrick. In a surprising yet heartwarming turn for the Chrisley family, known for their ups and downs under the spotlight, the introduction of Chase Chrisley's new girlfriend, Lindsay Merrick, has not only sparked public curiosity, but also brought a refreshing sense of unity to the family. Once a fixture of headlines centered on legal troubles and public feuds, the Chrisleys are now offering a different story, one that's quieter, gentler, and radiating with acceptance. At first glance, Lindsay Merrick may seem like any other beautiful blonde to be linked with a reality TV star. But insiders and close friends of the Chrisleys say there's something very different about this new relationship. Lindsay isn't here for fame, nor is she playing into the usual celebrity dating game. Instead, her presence seems to have created a space of calm around Chase, a space he hasn't truly known before. Chase, who gained fame as the witty, often mischievous son on Chrisley Knows Best, has had his fair share of high-profile relationships, the most notable being his engagement to Emmy Metters. That relationship ended in heartbreak, surrounded by speculation and cryptic social media posts. It left fans concerned that Chase, whose charming yet impulsive personality had made him a favorite on the show, would become jaded. But then came Lindsay, quietly, confidently, and almost without warning. Sources close to the couple say they met through mutual friends and bonded over shared values, particularly a love for family and faith. Lindsay, who keeps a much lower profile than Chase's previous partners, is described as grounded and deeply intuitive. Friends say she immediately sensed the complex emotional dynamics at play in the Chrisley household and approached it with understanding rather than judgment. When you're dating someone like Chase, you're not just dating him. You're becoming a part of this tight-knit, very expressive family, said a friend of the couple. That can either push people away or pull them closer. Lindsay didn't flinch, she leaned in. And it's that very attitude that seems to have won over the Chrisley family, even amid their ongoing legal battles and emotional strains. Julie and Todd Chrisley, both serving time in federal prison for tax evasion and bank fraud, are still central figures in the lives of their children. Despite being physically absent, their influence looms large, particularly for Chase, who has taken on more responsibility for himself and his siblings in their absence. For a while, it seemed like the emotional burden was weighing heavily on him. Enter Lindsay, who reportedly encouraged Chase to stay grounded, keep his faith, and focus on healing, both personally and as a family. She's the kind of girl who doesn't want to change Chase, a source told us. She wants to support him, but she also challenges him in the right ways. She encourages him to be a better version of himself. Savannah Chrisley, Chase's fiercely loyal sister who has often stepped up as the family's de facto spokesperson, was one of the first to embrace Lindsay. A strong woman in her own right, Savannah has had her fair share of heartbreak, and sources say she's protective of her brother and skeptical of new faces. But Lindsay won her over quickly. Savannah respects honesty and strength, said a family friend. She saw that in Lindsay, and Lindsay didn't try to impress anyone. She just showed up and was kind. That's what mattered most. In recent months, Lindsay has been seen accompanying Chase to family gatherings, charity events, and even quiet dinners in Nashville. Though she has maintained a relatively low public profile, those around her say she's fully integrated into the family's inner circle. And while Todd and Julie are still away, they've reportedly given their blessing from afar. Chase has made frequent visits to see his parents and often speaks about their opinions carrying tremendous weight in his decisions. One source said Todd told Chase that Lindsay seems like a real one, while Julie reportedly called her a light. Family friends note that what's most impressive about Lindsay isn't just her patience or emotional intelligence, but her ability to handle the storm that surrounds the Chrisley name when people bring up the past. One source said, "She doesn't run from the chaos. She brings peace into it. That peace is contagious, it seems." Chase, who once bounced between projects and personal drama, now appears more focused. He's been seen spending more time outdoors, investing in new business ventures, and talking more about faith and family on social media. While he's always been charismatic, friends say there's now a new layer to his personality: maturity. This relationship feels different, a longtime family friend noted. Chase is growing up, and Lindsay's a big part of that. The couple has not officially confirmed any plans for the future, but fans are already speculating. A photo of the two holding hands outside a Nashville church recently sparked engagement rumors. While nothing has been confirmed, Chase's grin in the photo said more than words could. Still, sources close to them say the relationship is unfolding naturally and that Lindsay isn't pushing for fame or a ring. She's simply enjoying the journey, a rare trait in a world of quick headlines and overnight stardom. It's that very authenticity that seems to have made Lindsay a natural fit with the Chrisleys. They've been through enough fake, said a family friend. This time, they're looking for real, and they found that in her. As the family continues to weather their legal storm and faces an uncertain future, one thing seems certain: Lindsay Merrick has become a quiet but steady force within the Chrisley circle. Not by demanding a spotlight, but by offering support, love, and the kind of patience that can only come from someone who truly understands what it means to love a person and their people unconditionally. In a world where drama often drives attention, the quiet strength of Chase and Lindsay's bond is a story worth celebrating. And perhaps for a family like the Chrisleys, whose world has been shaken by headlines and courtroom appearances, a little peace and a lot of love is exactly what they needed. After a turbulent few years filled with high-profile breakups, family upheavals, and legal chaos, Chase Chrisley has quietly stepped into a new chapter of his life. And at the heart of it is a fresh romance that has fans buzzing. The reality star, best known for his quick wit and mischievous charm on Chrisley Knows Best, is now dating Lindsay Merrick, a stunning yet refreshingly low-key woman who insiders say has already made a lasting impression on both Chase and his famous family. Lindsay Merrick is not your typical celebrity girlfriend. She doesn't come from a background in reality television. She doesn't post cryptic quotes on social media after every argument. And she doesn't chase the limelight. In fact, her quiet confidence and genuine spirit are what seem to have attracted Chase the most. They met through mutual friends in Nashville. One close source revealed. It wasn't some big flashy moment. It was real, easy, and instant. Chase was drawn to her energy. She's kind, grounded, and totally authentic. That authenticity has turned out to be a breath of fresh air for Chase, who has been trying to rebuild his personal life after a public split from his former fiancée Emmy Metters. That relationship, while full of social media highlights and PDA-filled posts, ultimately unraveled in a storm of emotional disconnection. According to those close to him, Chase was looking for more this time, something deeper, something lasting. Lindsay doesn't try to change him, the source added. She supports who he is, but also challenges him to grow, and he loves that. The relationship is still relatively new, but it's already had a transformative effect on Chase. Friends and fans alike have noticed the shift. Gone is the party-hopping playboy who often landed in gossip columns for all the wrong reasons. In his place is a man spending more time outdoors, involved in faith-based conversations, and even engaging in business projects with a more focused mindset, said a close friend. He's not as reactive. He's more thoughtful. And Lindsay brings that out in him. Part of that change may also be due to how seamlessly Lindsay has fit into the complicated fabric of the Chrisley family. Despite the very public legal troubles surrounding Todd and Julie Chrisley, who are both currently serving prison sentences, the family remains tightly bonded. Loyalty, love, and resilience run deep in the Chrisley bloodline, and earning their trust is no small feat. So when Lindsay began spending time with Savannah Chrisley, Chase's outspoken sister and one of the most fiercely protective members of the family, fans took notice. A few subtle Instagram posts, group outings, and quiet dinners in Nashville suggested something was brewing. Eventually, it became clear. Lindsay wasn't just another girlfriend, she was being welcomed in. She's not afraid of the family's past. One source shared. She understands what they're going through and doesn't judge. That means a lot to Chase, and to Savannah too. Savannah has spoken openly in the past about how difficult it is for new people to come into their world, especially while the family is under intense public scrutiny. But those who know her say she was immediately impressed with Lindsay's composure and honesty. Savannah sees right through people, a friend close to the family shared. She can spot someone fake in 2 seconds. Lindsay didn't come in trying to impress. She just came in being herself. That earned her instant respect. Even Grayson and Chloe, the younger Chrisley siblings, reportedly enjoy spending time with Lindsay. A recent visit to a local petting zoo with Chase and the kids was captured by a fan, and while the moment wasn't publicized by the couple, those who saw it said Lindsay seemed entirely natural, patient, sweet, and full of warmth. Chase has always wanted someone who could be part of his family, said a longtime friend. Someone who wasn't afraid of the chaos, someone who embraced it. Lindsay gets it. And that's why this feels different. Though Chase has kept most of his relationship with Lindsay private, he hasn't been shy about showing appreciation for her. He's liked every post she's shared recently. And while he hasn't made a formal announcement or red carpet debut, sources say he's already referred to her as his piece to close friends. She calms him, one source noted. She makes them want to be better. Lindsay, for her part, has stayed mostly behind the scenes. Her Instagram presence is understated, filled with nature shots, dogs, and the occasional book or coffee photo. She's not one to post thirst traps or attention-grabbing content. Instead, she comes across as someone who values simplicity and depth, qualities that seem to mirror Chase's quieter side, one fans are just now starting to see. In a time when headlines often focus on breakups, betrayals, and reality TV meltdowns, Chase Chrisley's budding relationship with Lindsay Merrick is offering something a little different: hope. Hope that even after a heartbreak, healing is possible. Hope that even amid public turmoil, personal peace can be found. And hope that love, when rooted in honesty and mutual respect, can thrive no matter the chaos outside. Friends close to the couple say they're taking things day by day without pressure. There's talk of traveling this summer, possibly visiting Lindsay's hometown, and even beginning a small joint project, something philanthropic that reflects both of their shared values. They're in no rush, the source said. They're just enjoying each other. And for Chase, after everything he's been through, that's exactly what he needs. Whether or not wedding bells are in the future remains to be seen. But one thing is clear. Lindsay Merrick has entered Chase Chrisley's life with quiet grace, and in doing so, she's not just capturing his heart. She may be helping him rediscover himself. And in a world where love stories often fall apart in front of millions, perhaps this quiet kind of connection is the one that stands the test of time. Todd Chrisley, the once outspoken patriarch of Chrisley Knows Best, has broken his silence from behind bars, and his latest message is as heartfelt as it is revealing. Currently serving a 12-year sentence at federal prison camp Pensacola in Florida for bank fraud and tax evasion, Todd reached out to fans, friends, and his family with a powerful handwritten message that was later posted to social media by daughter Savannah Chrisley. The post, simple in appearance but overflowing with emotion, gave a rare glimpse into Todd's current mindset. In neat cursive and written on standard prison stationery, the message read, "Even in the darkest of places, the light of God shines brightest. I miss my family every single day, but I am holding fast to faith, love, and grace. I will come home stronger, wiser, and even more grateful." Fans flooded the comments with encouragement, many saying the post brought them to tears. Some even admitted they had followed the Chrisleys since their show's debut and still couldn't believe how far things had spiraled. "Todd's words gave me chills," one fan wrote. "You can hear the pain, but also the strength. He hasn't given up." This is the first personal message from Todd since his incarceration began in early 2023. while Savannah and Chase have occasionally provided updates on their parents' well-being, including their struggles with prison conditions and family separation. Todd himself has remained largely out of the public eye until now. The timing of the message is significant. May marks his second birthday behind bars, a milestone that Savannah says is especially hard for the family. In a recent episode of her podcast Unlocked, she admitted she's felt the weight of trying to keep the family afloat in his absence. "It's like we're all trying to breathe underwater," she said. "But Dad's faith keeps us going." And it appears that same faith is what's sustaining Todd. According to sources close to the family, he spends much of his time reading devotionals, writing letters, and mentoring other inmates. He's reportedly found purpose in encouraging those around him, even from within a place he never imagined he'd end up. He sees this as part of his journey, one insider revealed. He believes God is using this time to refine him. The post ended with a line that seemed directed not only to his children, but to fans who have stood by the family through scandal and scrutiny. "To those praying for me, thank you. I feel every word. Keep going. I am." It's unclear whether Todd will post again soon or whether this message is a one-time update. But for those who followed the Chrisleys through fame, fortune, and now fallout, the post was a poignant reminder that their story isn't over, and that even behind prison walls, Todd Chrisley still has a voice. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, America Trends 24, and stay with us.